Hello, clarinet players. Mr. Fitz again here with my trusty clarinet. And now we're going to talk about playing line number 2. So in the previous video, I explained how you read the notes E, D, and C and how you did your fingers, but I didn't get a chance to play line number 2 for you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my fingers ready for a D. Remember that I keep my fingers flat, and my thumb kind of goes at an angle on that thumb hole in the back, just like that. All right? And now I'm going to play line number 2. And again, these are all whole notes and whole rests, so they're 4 beats of sound and 4 beats of silence. And your goal should be to try to play along with me after you practice it. So here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, all right? Did you notice when I was playing that I wasn't looking at you, but I was looking at the notes? And that's really important. Even though these are kind of easily memorized at this point, it's really important to watch the notes while you play, all right? Now, let's go on to number 3. On number 3, there's something interesting happening. They don't tell you what these notes are, but hopefully you can see what that is and what that is. Do you notice that they're not the same? This one's on the bottom line. This one's below the bottom line. So here's what we do. We just look up at our other 2 notes that we learned, right? We learned about the note E and we learned about the note D. The question is, which one of them does this one look like? And if you said E, that's correct. And this one right here, which one does that look like? That's D, all right? So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna play an E and then a D. What do you think that one is? And what do you think that one is? All right, so again, you look up and you try to figure out what those are. And then what we do is we prepare our fingers and we get ready to switch. During this rest, we're looking at this note and say, I gotta get ready. So I'm gonna begin with an E, and then I'm gonna look ahead and be prepared for the next note. Then I'm gonna look ahead and be prepared for the next. So I'm gonna play line number 3 for you. Here goes. I'm looking ahead to the next note and I get my fingers ready. And looking ahead to the next note, here it goes. And then looking ahead to my final note. All right, notice I keep my eyes right on the page. The other thing that I do is I tap a steady beat with my foot. That's how I keep track of how long the notes and the rests are. All right, let's do one more. Okay, so line number 4, we talked about this earlier, is the note C. Notice how low it is. It's underneath the staff and it's got a line holding onto it. That's called a ledger line. Notice that it uses the thumb and 3 fingers in front. Okay, now remember again, with the way you put your thumb, you're gonna hold it at an angle like this, and nice flat fingers. First finger, second finger, and then the third finger goes on that hole that doesn't have a metal ring, and nice flat fingers, all right? So here goes nothing. Here's line number 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now, I know I talked about that when I'm playing, my eyes are looking at the notes, okay? I don't want to be looking around the room. I don't want to be looking at my neighbor's fingers if I'm in a class. I'm looking at the note because that's what's telling me what to do, okay? Now, I want you to notice another thing. During my rests, oops, I have a low battery here. During my rests, I don't take my clarinet away from my mouth. I leave it right there. Oops, we got a dingling. So that I'm just prepared to play. And I breathe through the side of my mouth like this. So I leave it right there, and then I can breathe. Okay, and so that gives me nice control and being able to play if I don't take my mouthpiece away each time. All right, so have fun practicing those songs on your clarinet.